Our next guest can certainly appreciate, obviously music because he's phenomenal. His name is Lee Brice, but he was also an athlete back in the day, allegedly an athlete back in the day. Now, he was an athlete at Clemson, played at Clemson, and he's here for a couple reasons. First, he's going to shoot the breeze, a big sports fan, so I know you can relate to the injury to the poor Celtic player last night. I mean, you played a lot of football growing up. You're a Clemson Tiger through and through. But first of all, how you feeling there, buddy? Welcome to our show, Lee Brice.
Thank y'all for having me, man. It's cool, dude. This is
cool. This is cool for us.
Well, it's different, you know. It's like I've been doing interviews and stuff, getting ready for this record to come out, but it hadn't been on sports shows. You know what I mean?
So nobody knew your history.
We call those the JV shows. Where were you, Fox and Friends? Where were you? All the JV shows.
I saw the picture with Fox and Friends. You had your albums. Lee Brice is the name of it, by the way. Check it out, pick it up. There's a couple songs on here you definitely want to hear. And Brian's trying to sell his book.
That's right.
Yeah. I see him holding his book.
I saw that too.
Wait, we're not here to sell the book, Brian.
We're here for the song.
I think I got to do some tweeting.
So
on that
did you go down to the national championship game?
I did. I took my daddy and my brother both years.
Nice.
And obviously last year, you know, seconds were counting down, and all the years of us, you know, daddy didn't go to Clemson. He got recruited. So we were fans our whole life. Then I worked my whole life just to go there. You know, I got recruited other places, but I went there and worked my way. And now here we are, like in that moment. I was like, you know what? As soon as Deshaun got the ball, I was like, dude, they shouldn't have done that. We're going to win. We're going to win. And just started hitting us. And like I took a picture, you know, of me and Daddy and Lewis, and you can't even. The picture kind of caught it, you know, that moment. It was really, really, really special.
The way you describe that, it almost seems. Do you ever see the movie Rudy? You've seen the
Rudy,
movie.
yeah.
I mean, I'm just making sure. I figured you did. When his dad, who's the real blue collar, works, when he finally gets to, he's like, my eyes have to see a Notre Dame. and that, as you're describing the picture with your dad, because we were talking before we got on air, and I asked him, I said, were you always a Clemson guy, or were you maybe Gamecock? You know, no. And he was like, put me in my place quick. I could just imagine that a lot of those memories go into, whether it's the song Boy, which we'll get to. Yeah, you had me crying in my car. It was absolutely, oh my God, the song is phenomenal. I can't wait. It's great. But how much of your writing, how much of your inspiration, it seems like a lot of what you do comes from sports and your family.
It does. Well, I mean, it comes from, as of now, you know, my family has become everything to me. So like my love of my life was football and music, right? And so now it's, you know, music, and then it's family. So it's getting tougher and tougher for me to stay on the road a lot. And so I used to just, you know, couldn't wait to get on the road. Now,
I know what you mean.
Now, you know, I got a little 4-month-old little girl. I got a little, you know, rugrat bull, 3-year-old boy, and a 9-year-old that's getting to an age to where, you know, they need daddy there as much as they can. So it does. It all, but, you know, sports, man, I tell people all the time how, you know, you learn things. I mean, for football, for me, it was like you learn. That's why I'm trying to get my boys into it as much as I can, because you learn perseverance. You learn, you know, when you're tired, like there's no stopping. You have to find something to get. And so that's what you know, if you're going to go say have a music career, I mean, right now I'm on the road, you know, 250 days a year. I'm gone. I mean, it's a push. It's a grind. I've been doing this now. I moved to Nashville in 2001. You know, this wasn't so.
How long did it take you to hit it? Like, to become the star?
I mean, I was there. I was there in 2001, and I already had somebody who had me, already had a leg in.
Yeah.
Somebody said, "Hey, I want you to come to this label." I started writing songs. I'd been writing since I was 10, but I started co-writing and getting ready, making an album. I didn't have my first single out till 2007.
Wow.
Then I didn't have my first #1 really until 2012.
Which was what?
A Woman Like You. Now, Love Like Crazy was in 2010. It was a #2, so you can kind of consider it a #1. But you got to remember, so that's 9 years before I had my first big hit. You know.
Well, you just said you can consider a '2 a #1. Does Bama consider a 2 #1? Well, going back to that Clemson game,
they don't.
Right or wrong?
Not now. They don't.
Exactly. Let's call it for what it is. Lee Brice is with us in studio.
So you were singing when you were in college? Were you? Was this a parallel passion for you?
Oh yeah. I mean, it was, but. As you know, like when I was in college, football took up so much of my time.
Yeah, of course.
Like all of my time. the most of the singing I did was in the hallway studying. When I was supposed to be studying, I'd get in the hallway, and I remember the stairwell because it sounded good in there, and people would get out and study in the stairway and listen to me play. I'm supposed to be studying, and I'd go play at some parties, and it doesn't hurt, when you're a football player at a party, you're trying to like maybe talk to a girl, but it doesn't hurt to be the football player
who's got
the guitar,
side.
the guitar in your hand.
Yeah, you're right.
That's kind of one leg.
You're older. You're like your senior and junior teammates. Yeah, haze me,
right?
Make me sing.
Right.
Go ahead. Let me.
I wasn't the quarterback. I wasn't getting all the attention, but when I got the guitar in my hand, it was
all eyes on you, as they have been for a while.
So that's where I kind of decided, hey, I really need to, let's do this.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Lee Brice with us here on Tiki and Tierney. It's an absolute pleasure. If you're watching on TV, you can see latest CD, and we have it. He's going to be performing tomorrow, PlayStation Theater. Tiki and I will be there with our wives tomorrow as well.
I'll bring it on.
Yeah, we're looking for a little pre-show pop-up.
Leaving the kids at home.
Shout out?
Yes, of course.
Kids staying
My
at home.
kids are babies, man.
Are you kidding me? Did you see our reaction?
I love that.
Bring our kids, you nuts? Kids are staying home. I'll send the kids to jail for a night. Mommy and Daddy need a night out.
I love that it's like when he's coaching and raising men instead of just players. And you can just tell. And I love how he got into Clemson, how he got into the position and how it was organic. And then he proved to be the kind of man. I mean, it's perfect for Clemson, too.
Even though he's an Alabama boy.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, he might be, just saying.
Who knows?
He might be there sometime after Nick Saban leaves,
So,
maybe.
I got to ask you about the song that. So I didn't get in the country until I got remarried second time with my wife Tracy, and her brother and father are huge country music fans. And we bonded because we just like to drink beers together.
Right.
Seriously,
Right.
we get some IPAs. I wasn't exposed to IPAs until I met Tracy. And Ernie and Terry would bring these IPAs. I'm like, where's this one from? He's like, oh, this one's from. There's a story behind every IPA.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right,
And so we found this song of yours, Drinking Class, and it reminds me of Terry and Ernie, my brother and father-in-law. So tell me about Drinking Class, because it's one of my favorite songs of country music, really of all.
So here's the deal. So we, as a writer in town for all these years, all of us have been trying to write like Friends in Low Places.
Yeah.
Friends in Low Places brought you in. It's
true.
Made you a part of something that felt like blue collar. Well, when I heard this song, it was like, I didn't hear Drinking Class as in necessarily drinking. It was more about the working class, people who, if they want a cold beer at the end of the day after a hard day's work or in the week or whatever it may be, that's like there's this big, like you're talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And Terry
there's
and Ernie are
camaraderie there.
Yeah, they work out on the road every day. You know what I mean?
There's just that thing. And I just knew that it was going to draw everybody in.
It's like a locker room.
It is. It's like a locker room. It's like a family. When I sing it at night, I mean, everybody's like, yes, we are.
Yes.
That's who we are. Class. And, so it really is. It's like my mama, I grew up, pretty strict Christian, Southern Baptist mama. I'm always careful about what I say. I don't want her to be upset, And so she's always like, now, Lee, you're not going to put that drinking song out on the radio. I said, Mama, it's not about drinking. I said, it's about the working class.
Yeah.
She said, oh, okay, I guess you're right. It's really not. I said, no. I said, don't even talk about drinking in the whole song except the title.
Yes.
It's all about.
Plus, it pays the bills quite nicely,
That's
Mama.
right.
Yeah, let me ask you funny because I used to tell Samter, who's perpetually single and a perpetual bachelor, I was like, you got to go to a country.
Write a song about him.
You got to go
really
to a country. You got to go to a country music bar and meet a good girl there. And he's like, I don't like country music, so I made him listen to Drinking Class.
I got a Texas girl.
It turned him on to country music,
and he said he liked it. He told me that on the way in here.
Right.
Hey, listen,
man,
I got a Texas girl. Nothing wrong with it, man.
No,
they will support you. They will climb to the top of the mountain, and they will do anything for you.
Texas girl, they crazy too.
A little bit. Oh yeah, trust me, I know that.
Of course,
trust
I think
me.
they all are a little bit.
I mean, Dad, we can do 20 minutes on this. We love them, but they're a little nuts. Let me ask you this: do you feel the responsibility on any level, Lee, to within your words or within your messages that you convey to address anything going on in the world, not politics per se, but to tackle things either explicitly or somewhat? Do you incorporate that stuff? You gotta stay away from it.
I have not done that in the past. On this record, actually, in particular, I kind of went into some introspective things that I'm battling with and my own battles within myself and where I'm at in my life. And then and to answer that question, I have kind of found myself, and that's kind of a reason why this record is called Lee Brice.
Yeah.
Like, this is a broken down, people playing instruments, no computer tricks, just me singing and then singing songs about who I am. And I feel like I've kind of found that finally with this record. And now that I've got this record turned in, my mind has already been racing forward to how the next record's going to go.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, not necessarily politics or anything like that, but there are a lot of things that I want to say, and I've been writing some songs for the next record that are just, and there are some things on this record that just make statements about what I believe and where I'm from, and I've always had that in there, but to go a little bit more into depth and a little bit more just to, because you're right, at this, you kind of get to a point you want to do something rather other than just have concerts to have concerts.
Yeah.
And you want to actually make a difference, you know. And there are a few songs on here that, in fact, one of them is called Have a Good Day, believe it or not. So don't go listen to that if you don't want to cry, but it's a happy, sad song. But it really basically is a statement basically saying that, look, man, you know, there's a lot of people in this world that's way worse off than you. So in your moment of when you think you're upset about something or traffic or this or that, like, why don't you think about these people here and just have a good day?
Yeah.
Like, so there are on this record, but definitely in the future, that's kind of, I do want to do that.
That's the 12th album on this record. The first one is What Keeps You Up at Night.
Oh, yeah.
His Titans do, because they don't look that good this year.
What keeps you up at night?
Hey,
Is it your Titans or your Panthers?
Whoa. You don't have two NFL teams, do you?
Well,
that's not allowed, Lee.
Listen,
What are you talking about?
All right, you ready? So, 17. So I was 16 years old, right? We in South Carolina and we never had any kind of professional team at all.
That's right.
Junior year of high school, we got the Panthers. Okay,
Yep.
so
that should be a team.
So they are my team, right? But 4 years later, I moved to Nashville. Okay, so I'm 20 years old now. I've been in Nashville for 17, going on 18 years, and so I'm a home team kind of guy, right? And so, you know, I'm a Titans fan as well. I'm really more of a college fan myself. I'm more of a Clemson guy. That's just what I really, you know,
that's your
believe.
passion.
That's my passion.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm a home team kind of guy, and I kind of got two homes. I've lived half my life in Nashville now, and I just thought about that the other day. I'm like, man, I've been in Nashville. Just
you got to write a song about PK Subban. Right? That would be a good song. He's an interesting. You ever meet him? He's an interesting cat.
Absolutely not.